All right, let me share my screen again. Okay, let's start. So, thank you so much for joining the today's demo organized by Ellipse Education, right? First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Abhishek Agrawal. I am a Microsoft certified Azure data engineer. I am having like 8 years of experience into the Azure cloud, right? And here in Education Ellipse, I take care of all the training related to Azure cloud background, right? With me, Vale Murugan will be assisting us. He takes care of all the training related to AWS cloud background, right? So he will be the trainer for the AWS data engineering course. He will be teaching us, right? Now let me give you the background about the Education Ellipse in general, what we provide in Education Ellipse, right? So me and Vale started giving tuitions to 2 to 3 students, and then we started like teaching people out of like once we graduated, we try to help people like our friends who wants to switch their profile into the cloud domain. We started helping them, and like we started teaching them the real time projects which we were doing, right? And then slowly the people started getting job after the COVID, right, when we started teaching them. And then we thought of like opening an institute, right? So I started teaching Azure in Education Ellipse, and then slowly Vale Murugan also joined us, right? And then he thought that yeah, let's do it professionally, and then we thought of like starting this Education Ellipse, right? And here in Education Ellipse, we provide the training from the mentor who are working in the industry, such as I am working in Azure cloud background right now in Aldisud in Germany. So similarly, Vale Murugan is also working in AWS cloud background. So we try to provide the learning what we do in our current company. That is what we do, right? So the people who joined today have joined from the one basic agenda. I feel so. All of you either want to switch your profile into AWS cloud background, or you are here so that you can handle the projects in your company, right? That is the two basic agenda, I feel so. And whenever you want to do that, what are the things you need, right? You need a like a relevant skill set, then you need project understanding, then you need to write this project in your resume, and then you need to understand how to crack interviews, because learning is a separate thing, interview cracking is a separate skill altogether, right? So we will basically guide you with all of this, right? We will help you to learn a particular skill set and then write those skill set in your resume, and like then how to prepare for the interview, how to crack the interview, right? So we'll help you till the end, okay? All right. And like why to choose us? Because our trainings are more of a personalized training. We'll try to understand your profile, and accordingly we will guide you how you can switch, right? And then it's a hands-on training because we are working in the industry, so we try to provide the training what we do in the company, right? That is what we do. And then we will help you with the resume preparation, mock interview, and then we have a 7-day refund policy as well, right? And then if you find a similar course in a similar price anywhere in the market, you come back to us, we'll match the price or even give you the course for free if the price difference is huge. Then we have a live courses as well for Azure, right? And then similarly, we have a courses around AWS background, Snowflake background, Fabric background, and then we have recorded material as well, which you can also check out, right? So this is about the summary about the overall education ellipse. And now if I go to the AWS course curriculum, right? Now AWS course curriculum, today in the demo, we will understand what is cloud data engineering, what is data engineering in general, what are the tools you should learn for AWS data engineering, how much coding is required, what are the steps you can take to switch your career, and then what are certification you need to do, what are the interview, how do you can crack the interview, right? We will try to assist you with all of these questions in the today's master class, right? And then this course which we are providing is ideal for the people who are new in Azure, have a basic knowledge about SQL and Python. We will learn about AWS Glue, S3 bucket, Athena, Delta Lake, Snowflake, Kinesis, Lambda, RDS. We'll gain 4 years of experience. We'll do 3 real-time projects, right? And as I told you that this particular batch which we are starting from 4th of July, right? It contains only 20 people, right? So we'll take only 20 students. We want to make it exclusive, right? So we'll take 20 students only, and then we'll help them to basically learn, right? And then do projects. So it's a small batch size of 20 people. You will get to know about the working professionals, and then you can work together to build projects, right? That you can do. And then we will basically teach you the project which we have recently done, and then we will help you with the resume building, mock interview, and then we have a 7-day refund policy. Till now, nobody come to us due to our teaching style and ask for the refund. But still, we are giving that particular option because we understand that somebody connected from Facebook, somebody connected from LinkedIn, so you are not sure about how we teach and all of that. So it's okay. We are giving a 7-day refund policy. You can attend few of the classes, and you are not satisfied, you come back to us. We'll give you the refund. Okay. And then, as I told you that we have a similar course. If you get a similar course anywhere in the market in less of a cost, you can come back to us, right? All right. So you can check out the course curriculum over here. You can download the course curriculum. You can check out the course curriculum over here, right? And then you can basically also check the Wales profile over here. You can also check the reviews over here. That all of that you can do, right? And after the course, we'll give you the certificate of the course completion, and this is a price and everything, right? And then after the demo we will also give you some exciting offers so that you can enroll for the course if you're looking for a course. But if you're not looking for a course, then also you will gain these things, right? You will understand that, hey, what is data engineering in general, what are the tools I should learn, how much coding is required, and what are the steps you can take, right, to switch your career, what are the certification I can do. And you can also ask the Q&A, like if you have any question, you can directly ask to the whale, right? You can just put your question and you can ask the question as well. So stay connected till end of the demo so that you can understand all of this, right? All right. Now, before coming to the demo, I was trying to go through all the questions which you might have, right? Because generally we receive these questions that hey, what is cloud? Why cloud? Why AWS? What is cloud? AWS data engineering? What is cloud? What is modern data platform? Right? And I'm a fresher. I have a career gap. I have 5 to 10 years of experience. Can I switch? How I can switch? Then, if we have a question around like, hey, I am from Power BI background, I am from SSIS background, I am from Informatica background, I am from sales admin background, can I switch? How I can switch, right? Then coding is required or not? How much coding is required? SQL is required or not? Python is required or not? How we will do 3 live projects and how we'll practice in AWS, right? And how we will practice in Snowflake? How much experience I can show? How will approach the interview? How will approach the scenario-based interview question? And I am an experienced guy. Can I switch? How I can switch, right? Then we will cover up each and every question, and then in the end of the demo we'll give you some exciting offers so that you can enroll for the course as well at the same time, right? So stay till end of the demo so that you can understand, you can get some offers, you can also understand what is the salary you can expect by doing this particular course. You can understand everything, right? And also you can ask questions. Okay. So this is about the rough picture about what we will be covering in the overall masterclass, right? And this is the topics we will cover. So first we'll understand with the introduction, which I have already given. Then we will understand why cloud, what is cloud, why AWS. Then we will understand why and what of data engineering. Then we will understand what are the tools you should learn. Then we'll understand coding is required or not. Then we'll understand who can learn. Then we'll understand what is roadmap, what is the courses and projects, right? And then where to practice. And then after this we'll stop for some time and then you can ask question, and then I will try to cover up, hey, how you can approach the interview, what are the certification you can do, right? And what are the offers to enroll for the course. Okay. So this is the overall flow for the demo, right? So now I will give the screen to Whale, and I will like ask Whale to, so that he can basically run you through the overall course structure which he designed for you guys, and then accordingly you guys can understand that. And then I will further explain about the other things as well, right? So give me a moment. I will like give chance so that like Whale can ask, like share the screen, and then he can basically take us forward. So I think Whale, you can share the screen and then take it forward.
Thanks, Abhishek. Hi, everyone. This is Vail here. Okay. So I think everyone can see my screen. So this is about myself. Uh, I have like 16 years of experience working on enterprise and distributed applications. So I worked on big data applications, backend applications, then moved into distributed systems, where I worked on on-premises, on the cloud. So developing different data solutions, data working on different data platform with different teams across different regions and globe. Okay, so I have worked on different companies like MNCs and then product-based company and services company. So I worked on different things, and I have good experience on working on AWS, using different services in AWS, and working on Spark, working on Databricks. I've used Snowflake. So I worked on different data platforms. So I have good experience on working on different data platforms. So this is about myself. So let us get into the demo. So today's the first topic is like why cloud? What is so why cloud and why AWS cloud? Okay, that is the first topic. So okay. So why cloud? Why company enterprise company needs cloud? So in organizations, we have different applications like web applications, mobile applications, enterprise applications. We have databases, data storage systems. We have storage systems where I want to store large amount of data. I have network systems where I have networks. We have compute like CPU, processor, and we have different kind of applications. Right? Teams are working on different kind of applications. So the current situation is in all the company, the application biggest problem is scalability. Okay, so when a large number of users coming in or large users are using the applications, after a point of time, you get scalability issues. That means either the application will become slow, performance will become slow, or they are not able to provide analytics faster. So they are not able to like improve their business, add more value to their business because of the scalability issue. Okay, so that is where cloud comes in. Cloud helps you for an organization to solve different problems. So I can quickly bring, like I want a storage, I want a VM, I want a cloud. So I can easily get into the AWS or Azure cloud and install the software and use it. Okay, so that's called provisioning. So I can provision any resources. So for example, if I go to AWS, I'll go to AWS. So this is the AWS console where from the browser, if I have an account, if I need a Linux machine or I need I need a database, I can easily create it and give it to my team so that my team can use it. So if you go to EC2, I can create a virtual machine. So that can be, I can launch instance. I can create one machine or 10 machines and give it to my team. So this can be Mac, this can be Ubuntu, different versions of OS. So I can easily create a Linux machine, and this Linux machine, they can install web applications, they can install any software, and they can share it and use it with across the team. And they can build softwares and give access to end users. So end users can access the application. So this, as it is running on cloud, it is accessible from anywhere across the region. So AWS provides you high availability. So the systems are going to be highly available and it is fault tolerant. Okay. So that is the advantage, right? So if I need a VM, I can go it. If I need a database, I can go to RDS. I can go for a relational database. I want a database like to store relational data, structured data permanently. So I can create SQL Server, I can create Oracle, MySQL. So any kind of database I can create. Okay, so and here after creating it, I pay only for the usage. If I'm not using it, I will not pay. Only for the usage I'm going to pay. So that is how your cloud is going to help you. That means whenever you are using it, you have to pay. Otherwise, you don't have to pay. Okay, like that. I want storage. I want to store large amount of data. So I have lot of data in my organizations. We are using lot of data and we are going to do analysis. So in that time, I can use AWS S3. It's a storage service where you can store large amount of data. So I can store large amount of data. It can be structured data. It can be unstructured data, video files, audio files, media files. So any kind of data I can store it. Okay, so here you can scale it up easily. You can store petabytes of data. So this was missing before. Companies like if you see 10 years back, they did not have cloud. They were finding it difficult to store unstructured data and scale it up. And now it is possible because you have cloud where you can easily scale it up. Okay, and like digital applications, social media applications can easily scale it up. Okay, because the storage is easier, cheaper. So your S3, they charge like for 1 terabyte of data, they charge $20 per month, which is very cheaper in terms of storage. Okay, so like that, you have lot of services provided by AWS. So all services you can go. So you can see here. So if a company is working on web application, they can create applications here. They can create missions, they can create web applications, they can create all the required services for web applications. If the company is working on storing the data or working on databases, they can create database, they can create storage here. Like that, based on the company's requirement, they can use these services. And it's pay as you go model. So you use it and pay it. So you can work on, if you want front end applications, you can develop front end applications. If you are using back end applications, you can develop back end applications. And other than that, you have machine learning services, you have analytical services, you have media services. Like that, lot of services are there. 200 plus services are there in AWS. Okay, so that is what your cloud provides you. Cloud provides you different resources where you can quickly start it and you can share and you use it across the globe. That means multiple users. I can create a user account for all the users in the organization and they can share the resource and use it. They can be in one region. So like I can work with a different person in another region. So my teammate is there in India or the teammate is there in US. I can easily collaborate and work. That is what clouds bring you. You can share the resource and work. And you have high scalability. The expenses are less and easier to manage. Everything you can do it from front end. It's easier to manage. So that is what your cloud helps you to develop applications for enterprise, to develop software applications. It can be like a simple web application, or it can be enterprise application or distributed application, or it can be like mobile application. Any application you can easily develop it on the cloud. Okay, and when you are working on large systems, right, where an enterprise has large data set, for them, cloud is going to help you because they want to store large amount of data, and from the data they want to get value to improve their business, to improve their day-to-day activity. They do analytics. For that, your cloud is going to store this large amount of data, and you are going to use for analytics, machine learning, for AI. The data is stored in data lake. Okay, so data lake plays a major role in the current environment because data lake you can store large amount of data. Right? I can store unstructured data, semi-structured data. So data lake is heavily used. So as a data engineer, we use data lake heavily. Okay, so for that, cloud provides you the data lake where we can store any type of data. I can store structured data, semi-structured data, media files, unstructured data. I can store it and I can do analytics here. I can do machine learning, AI on top of data lake. So this is how in real world, your cloud is going to help us. It is going to help you in performing day-to-day operations. Okay. And AWS is a market leader. They provide 200 plus services. And throughout the globe, they are the one of the major players in the cloud. Okay. And here in this course, we are not going to cover all the services, right? We are not going to cover all the services. We are covering major services which are used by analytics team. For data engineer, what are the services are required, that is what we are going to cover. Okay, and now let us go to the next topic, which is like why data engineering. So in organization, what is data engineering and why data engineering is required? Okay, so in enterprise, the datas are there in different like datas are there in silos. Okay, we call it as data silos. That means datas are there in different you have different teams in organizations. So like sales team, business teams, finance team, like that. There are different business group in organizations. So each team has their own data. Okay, so sales has some team data, marketing has some data, and finance has some data. So like that in enterprise, there are multiple teams. So if organization wants to do some analytics, they are going to do some evaluation. So they need to collect this data. They need to collect from all the systems. They have to collect the data and they have to store it centralized in a centralized place. Then only they can do analytics and then only they can do machine learning or do. So for that, your data engineering plays a major role for collecting the data from various sources. Like in organization, they have different teams, different business group. So your data engineering helps to collect the data sources and build a data pipeline, transform the data, bring it to storage layer, then use it for analytics or machine. Okay. So your data engineering is a like layer which helps you to collect this data from producers build your data pipeline, and store your data into storage area, then your consumers can use it. So it's going to help your consumers. Who are the consumers? The consumers can be a business analyst, the consumers can be data scientist, or a Gen AI team, a machine learning team, or AI teams who is working on lot of use cases. So the data are coming from producers, right? Producers are nothing but different teams across the organization. They can be ERP team, they can be like a Salesforce team, or they can be legacy applications. So you are collecting data from operational systems. So you're going to collect the data from operational systems and you bring it to centralized layer, and then you give it to the consumers. So that is what we do. For this, we build a data platform. So in organizations, we build a data platform. So you see here, this is how a data platform looks. A data platform has multiple layers. Ingestion, data layer, and consumption layer. In consumption layer, we have analytics, products like different data products. We have BA, we have machine learning, AI, all the systems are. The consumption layer are here. And in the data layer, you can see data lake, data warehouse, lakehouse architecture. So you are collecting data from different operational systems. It can be like of APIs, it can be web applications, mobile applications, or data coming from legacy systems, FTP. So you are collecting different sources of data and then ingesting to your data processing system. You are storing into data lake or data warehouse, so your consumers can use it. So this is how a data platform is there, and there you do governance, you build the metadata layer, you do cataloging, you manage the data better because you are working with different business group here. So you want to build a better governance here. So you want to manage the access control. You want to access control the users who are going to access the data. So that is why we have the access control. So this is how in organization we build a data plan. So as a data engineer, we may work on any of this layer, right? So we may work on ingestion layer or data processing layer. So if you are a machine learning engineer or your data science guy, you may work on consumption layer. Or if you are a business analyst, you may work on the consumption layer. As a data engineer, we work on ingestion or data layer. Okay, so this is where we work. So let us see this in a different form. You can see modern data platform, same thing, this one. We have separated again in layer. So you can see data sources. We are collecting data from different sources that can be in batch mode or streaming mode. So you can do batch processing here or stream processing, and you bring the data into storage layer, and you convert the data, you transform the data, do ETL and transform it, so your consumers can use it. So this is what your data platform. So as a data engineer, we work on data platform so that our consumers can use the data. Okay, so in organizations, we work on data platforms. In data platform, we do work on ingestion layer, storage layer, or cataloging or processing layer. So these are the layers we may work. Okay, so this is what data engineering is. Data engineering and then data platformism. Okay, now let us see in this course what are the tools we are going to cover. Let us see that. So in this course, we are going to start from basics like AWS basics, and then we will move slowly into advanced level. So as you see here, we are starting with S3, IAM, and moving slowly into RDS, Glue, DynamoDB, Athena, Kinesis, Lambda, EMR. So we are not going to use Redshift. Instead of Redshift, we are going to use Snowflake. Okay. So data warehouse system, here we are not going to use Redshift. Instead of that, we are going for more powerful features. So we want to implement more powerful features. So we are going for Snowflake. We are like integrating Snowflake with AWS, and we are using that as a data warehouse system. So these are the things we are primarily focusing on the course. We are starting with S3 IAM roles. Then we are going to use Glue for batch processing. We are using Glue here, and we are using RDS DynamoDB for operational systems. And we use Athena for query processing, for validation of data. We are using Athena, and we are going to do multiple projects here. So I'll explain about projects. Then streaming, we are using Kinesis. Streaming pipeline, we are using Kinesis. And Lambda for event driven, we are using Lambda step functions. And EMR for batch processing, EMR or Glue. We will use EMR or Glue for ETL framework. Batch processing framework, we are going to use EMR and Glue here. So this is what we are going to cover in the course. And here, we are going to start on Spark. we are going to write Spark using SQL, Spark SQL or Python. So if you are familiar with SQL, you can learn Spark, or if you are familiar with Python, you can learn Spark. Okay, so we are going to use Spark for batch processing, for transformations, ETL. So like for extracting data from different sources, we are going to use Apache Spark. So we will learn basics of Spark, and then we will get into like all this like advanced level things. Okay, so we will start with batch processing and slowly we will get into other thing. Okay, so in the course, we are going to discuss about data warehouse, data lake, and lakehouse architecture. So you can see we are discussing about the latest architecture, right? So generation 1, generation 2, and generation 3. Generation 3 is the latest one. It's a latest lakehouse architecture. So we are going to use data warehouse also. We are going to use data lake also. We are going to use lakehouse architecture also. So using Iceberg in AWS, we use Iceberg for building lakehouse architecture. So if you are using Azure, if you are working with Databricks, use Delta Lake. But as we are using AWS, we are going to use Iceberg here and build the lakehouse architecture. So when we are working on batch processing, we will see data lake also. We will use data lake also, and we will see lakehouse architecture. Also, we will cover data warehouse also. Okay, so as I said earlier, in modern data platform, we use all these layers. We use data lake, we use data warehouse, and lakehouse architecture. That is why we are covering everything. We are using Iceberg also. So we will cover a lot of scenarios on Iceberg also. Okay, that is what we are covering. So let me go to the course syllabus. Okay, so so far what we discussed is like what are the tools we are going to learn, and so you need to have basic knowledge on SQL and Python. Okay, so you need to have basic knowledge on SQL and Python because we are going to use both. So we will be using a lot of things in SQL. We will be using a lot of things in Python. So Python, if you have basic knowledge, it's fine. You don't need to have complex knowledge. We are not going to write a lot of algorithms here. If you have basic knowledge on Python itself. So you can see here, this is the syllabus. So here we are starting with introduction of AWS services, and we are getting into IM, and we are getting into S3, and we are going to use Boto 3. So Python and Boto 3 for creating services. So for automation, so few of the automations we use Boto 3. So creating services we'll use Boto 3, like creating RDS, creating glue, we will use Boto 3. That is why we are starting with Boto 3. Boto 3 is a SDK for AWS using Python. So Python Boto 3 is a SDK for AWS. So we are starting with it. Then we will go into Spark architecture. We are covering data frame and RDD basics. Then we are getting into Glue. With Glue, we are using RDS DynamoDB and catalog, data catalogs. And we will see some basic scenario. We will build the basic data pipeline. Then we will get into advanced sections, optimizing workflows. So we'll see advanced section and build a lakehouse architecture using Iceberg. Using Iceberg, we'll see SCD type 2, how you can build lakehouse future. So we are going to see an Iceberg. Then we are building event-driven pipeline. So first we started with batch processing. Then we are going for event-driven pipeline. So we are going to use event bridge, lambda, step functions. Okay, so in AWS services, we are going to use event bridge, lambda, step functions. And the second project, it's a event-driven pipeline where we are going to orchestrate using step functions. And at last, the last project is built on Snowflake. So where we start with basics about Snowflake. So we discuss about stages, external stage, internal stage, how you can work on stages here, how you can move the data and how you can build the pipeline. And we use little bit Airflow here. So here we are going to cover Airflow also. And we will build a basic data pipeline. So let me show that quickly. So we will build a basic data pipeline. So you can see here we are building on the Snowflake, we are building a data pipeline using Airflow. So this is what we will do. And we will then move into streaming use case. At last, we will build a streaming pipe. So we are going to build 3 projects here. So we are going to build the 3 projects here. So first project, is a batch processing. So we will use RDS, Glue, DynamoDB, Athena, Glue Catalog, and Power BI. So all the tools we use for batch processing. That is the first project. And the second project, second project is a medallion architecture. We are building a medallion architecture and using step function. So this is how the flow is. So using step function, we are driving event-driven pipeline. So we are using here Iceberg. We are using step function Lambda and Athena here, SCS here. So we are using multiple AWS services and building event-driven pipeline. And third project, we are using Kinesis, Snowpipe, Streams, Task, and we are building a streaming pipeline. Okay, so these are the three projects we are going to build. We are building a batch processing pipeline, event-driven pipeline, and streaming pipeline. So we are covering data lake, we are covering Lakehouse architecture and data warehousing. And we are discussing about Lakehouse architecture. We are discussing about medallion architecture. So we are discussing all the features which are required for a modern data platform. So to build a modern data platform, so in enterprise, what are the best practices are done? In real world, how the projects are implemented. So that is why we are implementing some real world projects here. So three projects are we are taking some real world scenarios and we are building the three projects. So these are the projects we are building in the course. And here, what are the tools we are going to use? So here, we are going to use AWS cloud account. So you can use free trial, AWS free trial account, which is available for you for 12 months. So you can subscribe to this trial account and use it for 12 months. Okay, so you can use this where you can access S3, you can access like the Lambda, step functions, all these services for free. Okay, in the free trial account. And the Snowflake, we will create a free trial account. So we will create a free trial account which is there for 30 days. So after 30 days, again we will create another free trial account. So we don't need a enterprise version. You can go for free trial version. And Airflow, we will run it on local using Docker. We will run it on local. So in AWS services, we will see Glue, we will see Lambda, we will use step functions, we will use Athena, we will use Kinesis, even Bridge. So different services we use. Okay, so okay, now like any questions from anyone about the data engineering or about the tools we are learning in the course, about the roadmap or projects? Any questions from anyone?
Hello, hi. Sorry, I joined a bit late. I just before I joined, I really apologize for that. Maybe I was asking the wrong question. Uh, what I want to understand is, do we have this content shared with us after each session, so that in case we miss, we should be able to go through the session, recorded sessions, and all those and the materials?
Yeah. So everything will be recorded and then we will share the materials also. So like Abhishek will be showing how the recording is done, everything will be shown. So you can see all the recording is done. So all the videos are available. So after each session, the recording will be shared and then so you can see the recording is there and then the content also will be. So all the
Okay,
documents also will be.
thank you so much.
Hey, hi Ben. This is Abhijit Patel.
Yeah.
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 So I have few questions. In terms of the course, regarding the PySpark, all these things, how much you cover to the PySpark? That's the first question. And second one is
Okay.
the, can I ask the one by one or the, yeah, how you?
You can ask all your questions. I'll answer everything.
Yeah. So, and second one is the regarding the infra. So, in
Okay.
current course content, are you given the infra related also inputs? For example, how to connect the RDS S3 setup through the that. Suppose I want to create one glue, and there is the coding through the script level, how to set up the JDBC connection and all these things.
Yeah.
That's the two questions right now.
Yeah, sure. So the first question, like a Spark, right?
Yeah,
So as I said, I'm working for Spark more than 8 years. Like I'm starting, I started working on on-premises. Like I've been using Spark from I was a Scala developer and then moved into Python. So like I'm going to start with Spark on basics data frames. So that means if you are from SQL background or if you are from Python background, you can quickly pick up here. So I'm going to start with basics and we will get slowly into advanced one because Spark is a important one in data engineering. For a lot of things, for big data processing, we use Spark. That is why we are starting from basics. We are starting what is RDD, what is data frame, and we are seeing some fundamentals and we are building some basic script. And I also set up some local environment. So if you see here on local, let me run that. So we have a Jupyter Note environment where you can quickly develop and run it on yourself. So you will not be charged. You don't have to worry about cloud. You can practice on your local. So that is a Spark environment on your local, on your machine. You can run it. So if you see here, so here I'll help you to set up this environment where you can learn Spark and here you will connect to S3, get the data or connect to RDS, you can get the data. So you can do all local development here. So if you see here, we are learning basics about Python, basics about SQL transformations on Spark. So we are covering from basics and slowly we'll get into advanced. That is how we do it on Spark. Okay, so we start like here if you see like starting with basic and then we'll quickly get into advanced on Spark. That is the first question. And next one, like here, we are going to use cloud, right? So in real world, we are not going to UI and create RDS. We are not going to create one by one from UI. How we do it? We build using scripts. So I'll show you using Python scripts how you can create RDS or using. Let me show that. I'll go to Boto 3. So for creating RDS, right? I run the script. So this will create me RDS instance. Or deleting RDS, I use the script. So I can create it on multiple environments. So I have dev, stage, QA, prod. So if all this environment, if I'm going to do one by one manually, it is very difficult, right? So that is why we do it with a script. So I'll share the script and I will tell you how you can run it. So you can create it from UI also or create it from script. For RDS, for glue, lot of things we'll use script for creating. Okay. And I'll also tell you how to connect it. We will test it from local also, from Jupyter Notebook we'll test it. And also from here we'll test it. So is it clear?
Yeah. So I have one more doubt.
Yeah.
Nowadays in industrial level, the deployment is also the major part from the lower environment to the till the prod. So
Yeah.
and they're most probably using the terraforms and all things. So
Yeah.
yeah, can you put some additional info on the terraform and the
So
deployment?
the thing is like you can use Terraform. Terraform is for DevOps. Okay, so as a data engineer, we don't use Terraform that much. Okay, Terraform, if I want to create a EC2 instance, I want to create network, I want to create a multiple database, then I can go for Terraform. But if you want using that you can create all the AWS services using, so we can do automation using this one. That is what we are going to learn here. So we are not going to use Terraform. For a data engineer, how you can do automation. So here I can like push this code to GitHub and build a CI/CD pipeline. So that is how we do it in real world. So you will use Boto 3 and we will use GitHub and we will build a data pipeline and do the deployment on different environment. It can be stage, it can be dev, it can be prod. So that also we will see.
Yeah, clear.
Okay.
And my last question is, yeah, thank you for the clearing the doubts. What the duration for this course and what the actual time for the from the course
Yeah,
to
Abhishek will
the
cover that. Abhishek will tell you.
perfect.
So you can wait for a few minutes. Abhishek will be telling.
Yeah, sure. Thank
Okay.
you for the
So any questions from anyone other than this?
This is Funraj, and I completed a computer application as a degree as a BCom computer application. After that, I joined in Wipro as a data annotator. It's kind of a labeling job.
Mhm.
It's very new for me as a data engineer, or it's very good to go with the data analytics. After that, data engineering is good for me, or data engineering, can I take it in one hand?
Uh,
What
like
can I do?
now, if you see Gen AI is developing, right? Lot of analyst
Yes,
work will be taken over by Gen AI. Okay, so analyst work, your Gen AI can do in like a lot of analysis work. Okay, so
yes,
engineering work, it cannot do it immediately because engineering is integration of multiple things. You have to do multiple integration. That also they will
Mm.
try to do it, but analyst is the first one who is going to lose their job because of AI.
okay.
Because analyst work can be automated into a bot, and bot will help you to do it.
Easily it
So
can data visualization, anything they can do. Yes,
it can query the data, it can do analysis,
yes,
build
yes,
a dashboard. Your bot can do it. Okay, so
sure,
so analysis, if you are engineering, it's very difficult to do because you are going to integrate with multiple. We have 200 sources, and I have multiple storage systems. So even a new guy who is joining organization will take 1 month for him to understand the system, which is not easy to automate, and it's not easy to AI to like automate everything in easily, right? It takes a lot of time.
yes, 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 yes. It takes at least 5 years or maybe.
Yeah, it'll take more than that
Mm,
because all the
got it.
engineering systems like are very complex in nature. So to automate that, convert that to everything to automation is very difficult.
Sure, sure. Thank you very
So
much.
yeah, Abhishek, you want to take it over and then questions we'll cover at last.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, all right. Are you able to hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So I will take it over, guys, and then in the last you can further ask question if you have any questions, right? Give me a moment. I will share my screen. All right. So Whale has already given the overview about the what is cloud, and then why AWS, and then why and what of data engineering, and then what we'll be covering, such as Glue, Athena, S3, Snowflake, Spark, right? And then coding, how much coding is required, who can learn, roadmap, everything is I think you got the understanding about it, right? Where to practice and everything, right? Now the coming to the question, hey, like what is the job opportunity, what kind of a job role you can apply, right? And then like where we will practice, and then like sorry, like how the recordings will be handed over and all of that, right? So let's try to understand that. So now sometimes there is a question about like, hey, what is the opportunity, right? So suppose if you go to the Naukri.com profile, if you just try to search AWS data engineering over here, right? Then you will see like jobs are huge for AWS data engineering, right? So over here, I'm just searching AWS data engineering. But if I type like, for example, Glue, AWS Glue, I will again see like many job openings over here as well, right? That also I will see. So you can see only Glue related job is also there, right? So now, and also it's you can see the job opening. So jobs of AWS data engineering, not only in Naukri.com profile, you can go to LinkedIn profile, and then also you can check it out. The scope which is there, right? So that you can check it out by checking AWS data engineering in LinkedIn as well. You can try to check out the job openings in US and then in other countries as well that you can do. And our trainings which we are providing and the course curriculum which is being designed, it's not related for one country, which is India, right? It is basically related to all the country, which is like for US if you're planning to target, or for European country if you're planning to target. It is basically capable enough to get you the job in other countries as well if you are located there, right? So and then like whenever you want to learn any sort of a skill set, what we generally do, we try to search that skill set, AWS data engineering, right? And then in YouTube or in Udemy, we will try to search some sort of a course, and then we will try watching those videos. Okay. So suppose if I go over here, I will try to search over here, and then I will start watching these videos, which is good to learn, right? But it lacks structure. Why it lacks structure? Because suppose what will happen is you guys will start watching these videos, but you don't know when to stop. Okay. And also you don't know how much I should learn. And also you don't know how you write this project in the resume, right? And then is it trending right now? Is it being asked in the interviews right now? So that also you don't know, which a particular tutor, a particular person who is working in the industry can tell you, right? So this is where we come, right? So we will basically, this particular training is being designed from Whale, who is working in this particular AWS background from past 15 years. He's already aware about what is going on in the market. He's also aware about what has been asked in the market, because he's taking the interviews, he's trying to help many people, right? So he is well aware about everything, right? So now, like the learning over here will look like this. Okay, so suppose what we will do, we will basically, like, after every course there is a homework given to you, right? After every course there is a homework given to you. After every course we will give you the homework, and then we'll give you the notebook which we are using. After every course there is a homework. After every course there is a homework, right? And then we build a project, right? So after all the classes we are building a project, and then after every course we have a homework. After every course we have a homework. After every class we have a homework. And then after all of these classes are completed, then we are again giving a homework. Okay, so suppose this is like all this homework are completed, and then after all these classes are completed, we are building a project end to end during the class, right? And it's all real time, implemented in front of you, done in front of you, right? That is how the trainings are given to you, right? And then after all this questions, all these projects are being taught, right? What we are doing, we are telling you how to handle scenario based question, right? So suppose somebody tells you, hey, what is the bottleneck in the project, or what was the different challenges you have faced, right? And how much data you have handled, what was the team size? So this all the question you cannot like get it in the YouTube and all of that. Only a tutor or a particular person who have worked in the project can tell you this, which you cannot also experience while practicing, because we will be implementing in front of you, right? So you cannot understand all of this, right? And in real time. So we will be helping you with those questions. And after all of this is done, we will help you how to introduce yourself, how to explain a project, right? Suppose how to give introduction, how to explain a project, and how to optimize your Naukri.com profile, LinkedIn profile, right? And how you can write the project in your resume, right? And then we give all this interview question to you. And this interview question is not like chat GPT fied interview question. If you go to chat GPT, write AWS glue interview question, you'll get 1,000 interview question of AWS glue itself. It's not like that. Each and every interview question is prepared by us by giving to the going to the interview, right? So it's not like 1,000 question is given to us. It's a very summarized important question is only given to you, which you prepare, and then you appear for the interview. And then we take a mock interview as well. So it's, if you see, it's a foolproof plan to actually get a job, to do projects, to apply, or to write this project in your resume, and then to prepare for the interview, to understand what the bottleneck is in the project, right? And then basically crack the interviews as well, because we are taking a mock interview. The only thing which you need to do is to go to Naukri.com profile, apply, right? Simple. That is the only thing which you need to do. And you can see the job openings over here, right? So it's basically a foolproof plan made by us, to so that you can go and crack the interview, right? And also the whole course is designed in that particular perspective. And at the same time, the people who are here for doing a project in the company, this course is capable enough so that you can handle any real-time project in the company. The people who take training from us and complete the full training, no, don't come back to us, hey, I'm facing this particular problem and all of that. They are capable enough to solve the problem by themselves, right? Because we are covering all the real-time solution which has been possible. So there's a stream project which we are covering, there's a batch processing we are covering Glue, Athena, DynamoDB, and Snowflake, which is a modern data platform compared to quick compared to Redshift, right? So we are basically teaching you everything, right? Now, if I summarize everything right now, right? So this is a summary about everything, right? So we are providing you the 3 years of experience. Then we are teaching you Glue, DynamoDB, Athena, Snowflake, Lambda, Kinesis, Medallion architecture, Lakehouse architecture. You will be doing 3 projects with us. you can get Snowpark certificate, AWS data engineer certificate, right? After doing this course curriculum, you can get 4 years of experience by doing these courses, right? The basic knowledge about SQL and Python is required for this particular course, right? So suppose if you don't know any SQL, if you don't know any Python, the recommendation is first you learn a SQL and Python and then do this course, right? So you should have a basic knowledge about SQL or Python, right? All right. And then the course will go for 2 months, except Wednesday and weekend. We will have the class every day, right? 2 months, the course will go only weekdays, right? As I told. The course is starting from 4th of July, right? The course is starting from 4th of July. 9 a.m. IST will be the timing. Evening batch we will also start in 15 days. Okay. So after 15 days, we'll start the evening batch as well. Okay. And then now this is about the summary about everything, right? So as I told you that I will be telling you some offers to enroll, right? So this is the offer for the today, right? So the original price for the course is 20,000 rupees in the today's demo, and this offer is valid till 11:59 p.m. IST, right? So in the today's demo, you can get the course in 18,000 rupees. You need to pay 10,000 rupees now. Rest you can pay once the batch starts. Okay. Now, if you're looking for the recording, right? So suppose in the recording, you get all the course material of the live class, right? So you get all of them. But the only difference in the recording is you don't get the chance to attend the classes live. And at the same time, you also don't get our help in like mock interview on helping you on resume building and all of that. We will be sharing some mock interview questions to you, so interview questions to you, which you can prepare, but we won't be helping you one-on-one to prepare your resume and taking a mock interview and all of that. That won't be there. But learning wise, everything will be shared with you, right? And in the live class as well, there's a recording which is given to you, right? An evening batch will start from 18th of July. After 15 to 20 days, we'll start the evening batch. That will happen on 7:30 p.m. IST. For that as well, also will take only 20 students now, 20 students. And then once you enroll, you also get some recording so that you can also practice and learn start now, right? And for the evening batch will start from 18th of July. You can still get it in 17,000 rupees because it has some days to start. So we are still giving that early bird discount of 17,000 rupees in this particular course, which has ended for the evening batch, right? Sorry, which has ended for the morning batch. So evening batch, we are still giving at 17,000 rupees. You can enroll the course by paying 10,000 rupees now, in which you get a learning material, and rest you 7,000 you can pay once the batch starts, right? So this is about the summary about everything, and then I will send the payment link, right? And then you guys can go ahead and enroll for the course, right? And if you still have some question, you can go ahead and ask those questions. Give me a moment. Course duration is 2 months, just to answer somebody pinged in the chat. All right, guys. So now if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask and clarify those questions if you have any.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, so actually I want to ask you like 17,000 is the fees for this course. So do we need to pay something extra for these certifications and all as well?
No. So you just need to show your work like a project, right? And then you can get the
Okay.
certificate. And 18,000 rupees is the fees for the like evening, sorry, morning one. Sorry, yeah. So 18,000 is the fees for the morning batch, and evening batch is 17,000 rupees. So this is the morning batch for which you need to pay 18,000 rupees. Evening batch is 17,000 rupees.
Okay, so actually the certificate that I'm asking for is for AWS certification.
That you need to pay. Yes. So this particular certificate you need to pay to Amazon, not to us, because this will be the certificate will be given from Amazon. So you need to schedule the exam through Amazon. But for preparation, you don't need to pay because our syllabus are capable enough to prepare you for that.
Okay, so actually I'm having one more follow-up question that I want to
Yeah,
ask.
go ahead, please
Like
ask.
in Azure, we have some technique like we join some session and they give us discount coupon. So is there any way to get discount coupon for AWS as well?
Well, could you please answer this question? I don't know about the coupons in
No,
AWS.
we don't have, there are some discount coupons, but we don't provide it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will
Okay.
be probably updating you, right? So suppose sometimes there are some offers and we are updated, so we update you about it. But that you need to check it by yourself. Whenever we are updated, we might share that information with you.
All right, all right, no worries. So actually, in Azure, we have some some courses, like some sessions. After completing that sessions, we got that coupon. So
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
done the Azure certification. So I was asking same for AWS also.
Yeah, but
But
that is
okay,
being given
just
by
fine.
Azure itself, not by us. So we won't be giving you that. Yes.
All right, thanks for the answer.
Okay, all right. Anybody has any question, guys, which you want to ask?
Hey, hi Abhishek. So this is Anshuman.
Mhm.
So the first thing, I'm audible.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, please.
Uh, First thing, like, what will be the classes timing? Like, it will start at 9 and how long it will go?
1 hour.
1 hour. And the second thing is that, like, so we'll be getting the recordings of the classes. So like, like, how long I can access those classes?
Lifetime.
Lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody
Yeah,
has any
hi,
other question? Yeah.
hi. Good evening to you, Abhishek and Mr. Vail. Okay, I just one question. Okay, regarding the scripting, I understand the SQL and the Python scripting. Will we be also learning about PowerShell and Bash or anything of that sort?
No, we are not going to learn PowerShell or Bash.
So it's just SQL and Python because
SQL and Python.
why I'm asking
Yeah.
is the organization that I'm looking at, apart from SQL and Python, because we have our own in-house, how do I say it? We have our own in-house software that we are using to perform the ETL part. And part of it is also the shell scripting, meaning to say that,
Yeah. So we will be
uh,
using like command line interfaces. Like for example, AWS CLI, we will be using it. We'll use some commands and we will run some Docker commands. But we'll be using it, but we are not going to depth into it. So it's like we
okay,
will see like some usage of commands, lot of things, but we are not going in depth into it. We're not going to build scripts. We're not going to do automations using on these shell scripts or bash scripts. We're not going to do.
or including Boto 3, because Boto 3 you can do it in Python, but shell is not included here.
No, we are not going to do shell.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much for that. Okay, my second question is, okay, actually, my role is I'm a data analyst. I'm also part of it. I'm also doing job roles that are pertaining to data engineers. So the thing is, I want to ask is, okay, you have AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. From what I understood is that the learning curve for AWS is much more difficult compared to Azure and GCP. So, I mean, starting out as a data engineer and learning and understanding that AWS is, the learning curve is much more difficult. So, yes, Amazon is the leading platform for pipeline and all that sort of thing. So, as someone who is starting out as a data engineer, how would we go about learning AWS? I mean, after seeing that the learning curve is very, very steep.
Yeah. So like we need to identify there are like 200 plus services are there in AWS. So we need to identify which are the services which are frequently used and which are going to be like used in the organizations, right? So we need to identify that service and that service around we will focus. Because if you're going to use all the services, right, we are not going to have enough time and you will not have enough thing to practice also. So we need to start with the most frequent use services and you learn by building applications. So take some real world scenarios and how you can see like how that like a service is going to help you and add value to you and how fast you can build integrations, how fast you can build a real world application using the services. That if you understand, it's easier to like use these services and quickly you can like if you see that services may have a lot of futures, but if you build application on top of that, then you can quickly learn that service and start using. So that is how we can learn the services and then quickly get into it, master it.
All right. Thank you very much,
Okay.
Mr. Vel and Abhishek.
Thank you so much for asking question. All right, guys. Some people are getting confused, so let me rephrase it. Right. So this is a this is a morning batch which we are starting from 4th of July. Right. Its timing is 9 a.m. IST. It will go for 1 hour. We take only 20 students. We already got like 9 registration till now, so we will take 11 more students for this. The price is 20,000 rupees. Today demo price is 18,000 rupees, which is valid till today 11:59 p.m. IST, and then it will expire. You need to pay 10,000 rupees now. Rest you need to pay once the batch starts. This also includes live recording, classes, mock interview preparation, everything, right? This is a recording, right? Here we get all the learning, but you don't get interview preparation. You don't get chance to attend live. You watch it in your own convenient timing, right? That is what you do. And then we'll start a evening batch, right? On 18th of July after 15 days, 7:30 p.m. IST will be the timing. We only take 20 students. You will get some learning materials right now. The price for that is 20,000 rupees. Original price today you get it in 17,000 rupees. You need to pay 10,000 rupees now, in which you get a learning material. This is a link for that, and I have shared the link already in the chat, right? And now, if you have any question regarding anything, you can ask me now. Ask us now. Like Whale is also here, yeah. So you can ask us now.
Yeah, hi Abhishek. Are you sure I'm
Yeah,
audible?
yeah, yes.
Yeah, Abhishek, actually, I'm fresh graduate. I've just graduated 20 days ago in
Uh-huh.
BTech.
Uh-huh.
So my question is, as we see that maximum participants here carry some sort of experience, but I
Uh-huh.
don't have any kind of experience yet.
Uh-huh.
So is this course, taking this course would be a good option for me?
Yes,
Uh,
it would be a good option for you. And why it is a good option for you? Let me also explain this. Because if you go over here in AWS data engineering profile, and
yeah,
if you decrease that to suppose like a 0 year, right, you still see a job opening. Now you'll say, Abhishek, it is less. So it is the case not only in Azure cloud, in all the kind of a job opening. If you increase your self expect like experience, it will increase. But slowly, if you go to 12 years, it will again decrease, right? So the main job openings are there from 2 to like 6 7 years. But for fresher as well, you can see the job openings are there, right? So 6,000 job openings are there. In Bangalore, you have 1,000 job. So, and it will be a good start for you, because all the working professional who has like 8 years of experience, 9 years of experience are also switching into this. Why they are
yeah.
doing that? Because it is trendy, right? And that is their job is also getting deprecated in some weight, right? So that is why they are switching over here, because they are well knowledgeable and understand IT world. Still they are switching. So when you start with this particular job role, it will be a very good start for you, and it has a very good bright future as well at the same time. But in the
Uh,
starting, it would be a bit difficult for you to switch. And it is not the case with this particular job role. In any sort of a job role, you face difficulty as a fresher, which is the truth in the market, right?
yeah, right, Abhishek. Actually, one more thing.
Yeah.
Uh, Abhishek, is 2 months sufficient? Actually, I'm good in Python and SQL. I have done some hands-on project in both languages.
Uh-huh.
So, my question is 2 months are enough for us to completely prepare for the role, as we are learning too many technologies? We will starting with Snowflake
Uh,
and
yes.
Spark and
Very
AWS
good
services.
question. Very good question. Yeah. So let me answer this, right? Sometimes people feel, man, how you can teach so many services in 2 months, right? It's not like how I can learn it. I cannot learn it. Or you probably just teach some sort of a overview over here. You're not touching in the deep down manner, because 2 months is not enough. When you do a project in the company, you might need like 1 year to do this projects, right? Now, how we are teaching this? Because this is not the first batch we are teaching. We are probably teaching like it is our 10th or 12th batch we are teaching. And here we don't have any dependency of any sorts of, when you do a particular project in the company, you have a dependency. But here you don't have a dependency. And also, when we teach you for 30 to 35 hours, we do everything real time without any single error. That is why everything is given to you in a very comprised, very like a summarized manner that is given to you, handed over to you, right? Now, when you practice it, so suppose as I use, when you open 1 hour of recording and we start practicing 1 hour of recording, right? Then you need 2 hours to practice that. So you ideally need to give 3 hours or 2 to 3 hours daily for 2 months duration of time to complete it. And if you're able to do that, then you can complete in 2 months. But generally, people takes not only 2 months, but they take to fully grasp this course, they take like 3 to 4 months, right? And then they try to understand everything in a good manner. So they do multiple revision, they practice it multiple times, they get it. But we are able to deliver that in 30 to 30 in 2 months duration of time, because it's been done by us multiple times. We do it fast, like we do it fast as in without any errors, but we teach you from the scratch, from the zero level, and it can be covered in 30 to 35 hours. And also at the same time, you will see many courses in the market which people say that I will teach you for 4 months, I will teach you for 3 months, and then I have 100 hours of training, right? Why they're giving 100 hours of training? Because in their batch, they have 100 people attending. So they cannot teach you like, because they have 1 hour of live class and then they have 1 hour of doubt session, right? So that is what it is extended. But here it's not extended because people are less, and then we are able to offer you in a very more concise or a good manner. It's
Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you for clearing all my doubts. One more question actually.
yeah, go ahead.
Can should we get a doubt session every day or maybe once a week, twice a week for clearing our
So
doubt?
yeah. So what happens is, suppose we have 20 people, right? So now like it is not needed to have a doubt session separately. Reason being that is it can be easily handled during the class, before and after the class. If we take doubt session, it can be easily handled. The doubt session, what you are telling, is needed when you have like more than 50 people, 60 people, 70 people attending the class. Then we arrange a different doubt sessions to clarify the doubt. But for this, it's not needed. You can easily clear the doubt during the class itself.
So maybe after every class, we can clear our all doubts
After
regarding
every
to
class,
previous
before the class, you
classes.
can clear the doubt, and you can also ask the doubt between the class as well.
Okay. Thank you, Abhishek sir. Thank you, well sir, for
Yeah, all right.
clearance. Thank you so much.
Anybody has another question, guys?
Hi, Abhishek. I'm Raj here.
Yeah.
Yes, Abhishek. So I have one question, wherein, so I am currently into this ETL related job role currently,
Mhm.
and after doing this particular course, so how would I will be able to show the experience, or like convince my next employer that I am good fit, or like I would be able to take the job? Like they sometimes ask the experience letter, so my experience letter will be saying like ETL or a
It is
engineer or a
fine.
QA engineer.
It is
So
completely fine. Yes. So sometimes it happens that, suppose I joined my previous company as
yeah,
not like in the starting, right? When I joined the company, I joined as a data scientist, but I was more of a doing as a data engineer role. And then
okay.
I joined as a data analyst, right? In the previous
Mm-hmm.
days. So my job role was data scientist, data analyst, but I was still doing a data engineering job. And your role is
Okay.
also not like totally different kind of, you're not like marketing person, right? You are just like related to ETL developer or a QA developer technical role itself. So
Yeah.
you can tell that, yeah, so you joined as a QA developer or a like whatever role you have, ETL developer, and then
Yeah.
you were working in that particular role for some time, but internally you yeah, you started supporting few people who are working in AWS cloud background, and then you slowly started working with them. And you can
Okay.
also relate your ETL background. So suppose in the ETL tool, you're probably using some sort of like different ETL tool, which you can also relate with AWS Glue or something like that. And then you can accordingly write your projects.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anybody has any question, guys? Uh, somebody asked that, hey, Abhishek, I am Abhishek Pathak, 7 years of mobile developer experience. After this course, how we can show the 2 years of experience to?
So you can say that for 3 to 4 years you have worked in mobile development, and after that in 3 to 4 years you have worked in AWS cloud background, and then you can accordingly switch and you can write this project in your resume. Okay. All right, guys. One last question. Anybody has any question? If not, then I will conclude the demo right now, right? So just to summarize, this particular batch, right? The morning batch will start from 4th July, 9 a.m. IST. 20 people we are taking only. We already got like 9 to 10 registration. 10 people we are waiting, right? And then original price is 20,000 rupees. Today in the demo, you can get it in 18,000 rupees. You can pay 10,000 rupees now. Rest after the batch starts, right? AWS recording is the original price is 8,999. You can get it in 7,999, right? You can pay by using this particular link and evening batch. 18th July we are starting. You can still get it in 70,000 rupees. You need to pay 10,000 rupees now. Once you enroll, you also get some learning material so that you can start now. Right, and the people who haven't came here for any sort of a course, I think you got some understanding about like what is cloud, what is data engineering, what is Glue, Athena, Snowflake, which Whale has explained, and also got the roadmap. So take your time, and also you can come back to us later on, right? Thank you so much for attending the demo. I hope this brings some value to you, right? And then if you're registering for the course, see you around in the course, right? Thank you so much. Bye, guys.